Hello. Based on your questions, I started typing and it was a lot easier to just get one out and take a quick video. As you see, I do use one piece of hardware cloth, and I just end up using like a little staple gun around here. You'll also see that sometimes what I'll do is actually staple it down and then just take take a little angle grinder and just grind it off right to the edge. Sometimes I'll kind of I'll cut them and then staple it on. But what I found is that more often than not, I kind of make an error in cutting it a little too long or a little too short. So I've gotten to the point where where I just kind of I'll make them in batches, and I'll kind of staple them all on, and then so I'd have another one. I'd have another one upside down here, and then when I cut one edge, I'm ending up cutting two. What you'll see here is that the hardware cloth, I let it kind of bend. I let it, this is the natural bend as you unroll the hardware cloth, so it doesn't sit flat. Like when you flip it the other way, this is actually curving up, towards the center of the top bar. And actually what I usually do is I'll take a staple to have it hold itself here. That way, as I push fondant in or I pour candy in here and let it cure, it ends up grabbing this bow. So that's just a basic way of how it's made and why I let that bow there, so that it has, if it was down flat like that and I'm pouring it in, or if it was even on both sides, there'd be a risk that it as they're consuming it, consuming from the bottom up, that it would lose, the candy would lose some grip and fall, or the fondant would lose some grip and fall. By having this natural bow in it, it maintains its grip right here. The other thing that I'll do is when I'm putting in candy or fondant is I'll actually take wax paper, and I'll put this on top of a piece of wax paper. Then I'll kind of gather the edges here with a rubber band, and I'll do a rubber band here, so that it kind of creates a bowl where the wax paper is underneath it, and it doesn't just kind of ooze out everywhere. If while it's setting, because usually I'll do like candy myself, because I find that that's easier to do a batch of that instead of fondant. But yeah, so hope that helps.